this is like a basic tool. Save yourself 250 euro. So welcome back to the channel, long time no see. Today we are not talking about my awesome button panel, and we are not talking about the roof platform. So if you don't want to miss that, subscribe to the channel. And for sure we are not talking about what happened yesterday. Today we are talking about diagnostics of the car. It's very often I have questions on the channel. There are people writing in comments like, oh, when I changed the transmission setup from 2H to 4H, there is a light blinking, and what can it be, and stuff like this. So in general, you can't really say after description like that what is happening. And if you are thinking about fixing something, you should get yourself something like this. This is some kind of random company which I go with. They are not sponsoring this video or anything like that. I just write them a message, and I was like, hey guys, my ABS system have an error, and I need a computer which really allows me to look into the car and see what's happening. And they are like, yeah, you need this one. And this is iCarsoft JP V3.0. And JP stands from, I think it's from like a Japan cars or something like that, because it's an Asian, Korean cars focused computer. So it has your Honda, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Toyota, and all that stuff. It's inside here, and you can do a lot of stuff with that. So for example, you can see now my switch here is in the 4H position, and I can actually in this computer look into it. So you see, I'm looking on the data on this switch there. This is like position switch, and you can see that position switch is like 2H, 4H on and 4H on. This is exactly where he is now, and I can really see what the computer see in the transfer case. These 5 famous switches which usually need to be replaced after some kilometers. You can see in which positions are there actually exactly. So if there will be some discrepancy between position of the switch in the cabin and position of the transfer case, you would see it here, and you would directly be able to kind of tackle down what is wrong, which sensor, which switch is showing out of order information. You can find the right information in the manual. I will link it down below. So you take manual, you take readings from the computer, and you can very good see what's going on and what is out of order. For example, if you have a problem with your ABS system, that was the moment when I buy this computer. I have a problem with ABS system. I go to the workshop, and they are like, okay, we will run the very quick test on the standard computer. It cost like 50 bucks. And then they didn't find anything more than there is an error. And then they were like, okay, we can run more diagnostics for another 100 euro. And this is already like 150 bucks. And you don't even know if it will bring something. I actually didn't trust this. So I was like, okay, I'm more likely to spend 199. I think it's 199 at the moment. And you can actually go back here. So we are in the ABS system, and now you can go actually to the view data, and you saw it already in my other video when I was fixing mine. You can go to every wheel sensor, and you actually can have a look on this sensor speed readings. So I choose front right, front left, rear right, and rear left. And if I'm done with this, I will see the reading of every sensor. So the car will just show you have a problem with ABS, but this computer will show you exactly the reading of every single sensor. So if your ABS have a problem, most cases it's a problem with sensor, and this way you can identify exactly which sensor it is. Of course, you can jack up your car, and you can put the multimeter to every sensor and try to find it out this way, but this shows you everything. If I will move the car now, we are on the closed parking place. If I will move the car now, it probably will start to read. Clear? You can see it's reading the values. So you put your wife behind the wheel, and then you drive, and then you see directly which sensor it's giving you the info, and you will see if the info actually makes sense. If it's constant, maybe there is usually all wheels around 10 kilometers and one wheel it's spontaneously jumping to 100 and so on. This will confuse the system and you will get an error. And this way you go to Amazon, buy yourself a sensor like me for 15 bucks, change it, and in this point you save yourself 250 euro in the workshop. And changing the sensor it's easy. It's just not complicated at all. If you are thinking about diagnosing your car and fixing your car, you should have something like that. And if you are thinking about going with your car somewhere further out, you want to have something like that to make sure that if you are somewhere out there and something showed up on your dash, you can actually diagnose it and see if it's really serious, or maybe it's just some small problem and you can live with that. Maybe you can directly fix it. Maybe it's a low pressure, maybe there is a vacuum leak, and you will see it. This is like a basic tool. It will save you hours. If you watch my video about repairing the transfer case, I didn't have a computer at this point of time, and I waste hours looking for the broken part, which would be very easy if I would have a computer like that. So I think that will be it for today. That's the short one, probably a little bit more rambling than I would like to. And yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we see us in the next one. Cheers. Frosty Saturday morning when Maciek and his wife decide to go here to have some good time and record some simple video material for his YouTube channel. And when he saw this amount of snow, he thought that would be a perfect idea to just drive through it. And the second later, he fucked up. So yesterday we didn't really record any video material. We were actually digging here to get ourselves out, because of course, as every good off-roader always do, I take with me no recovery gear, so we spend our tripod and the umbrella to dig ourselves out. And yeah, we have some branches, and yeah, you can see like how deep it is, and it's very hard as well, because I feel like a Legolas in the Lord of the Ring. See, I'm not sinking in the snow. We are not high centered on the back, just on the front, but because of the gearbox cover, there is no way for the snow to go somewhere. It's like perfect flat, so it's just directly sliding on the snow. It's not like the snow is going in between the gearbox or something. It's just a big flat surface. And we just slide on it. You can see those are actually probably the bolt heads. And everything is perfect flat. Yeah. So that was fun. If you want to get some fun, take at least something to dig yourself up. I'm in the shovel. Probably the shovel would save us half an hour. Maybe trucks would get us straight on. I don't know, but I have nothing. We just want to make a video. See you in the next video. Let's go back to civilization.